Hello everybody, welcome back to From Rhythm to Algorithm. We continue on with our derivation, trying to find the stabilizing syllability for what is sensorality. So we've proven and derived, again, I like to use the verbiage we've derived, because the first time you establish a fact, that's a proof, and this proof happened to encapsulate the entirety of physical ontology, so we're just iterating the proof, and so we're re-deriving. So we derived that the base of mathematics is thematics. That's completely consistent with the spelling of the word. So what is a theme? Right? Themes are thematic. Thematics, theatrics. Sensorality is theatricality. Life is a theater. And then we have that same kind of spelling, right? Do we spell it theater, T-H-E-A-T-R-E, or T-E-R? Project or project, projectile. Projecting sends. A species is a section of sentience. Sectionality multiplies. Sorting is sectioning. Sensorality is sectionality. Sectioning sorts. Sensorality is sectality. Sensorality dissects, dissect. Division is dissection. Dissecting cuts. Sensorality is sectality. Education increases information. Information has value. What is a viral sensation? And so now another kind of, I don't want to, there's no cheating in derivation. You're trying, but like, there's no, like all of these different like groupings, like we said, vitamins and minerals, up and down, all of these different words that are forced together, whether it's similarity or complete opposition, or but there's very clear language forces dichotomies. And so another way that kind of manifests is words that are logically similar. It doesn't have to be, again, we're showing the syllable by syllable logical progression of the entire axiomatization of physical axioms. And then showing that consistency through language. And so in doing so, we get to these points where it's, again, viral sensation. We show the syllability from word to word, but then like logically, when you're trying to make a complete sentence, you still have that kind of like forcing where you put two words together that are like logically similar because it has to preserve the consistency. And so you see that when things go viral, such as viral sensation. But you'll just have groupings of words that are very clearly like connected logically. You can feel them. I mean, it's nothing unique to me. But what is a viral sensation, right? It's something that resonates with everybody. You see it on your phone, it makes you laugh, makes you upset, whatever your emotion is, whatever the sensation is, but everyone feels the same thing. So it catches on and it spreads, it goes viral. And then, so again, sentience or a species, right? That's kind of a big, we made a big jump there, that a species is a section of sentience, right? Dogs are sentient, plants are sentient, humans are sentient, other individuals are sentient. But point being is, a species being defined as the ability to sexually reproduce. It's like, you're more kind of like having boundaries based on like culture, or just culture being like environment. And so the logic's kind of developing in that place. Yeah. Mathematics is the theme of physics. Remember, what is the theme of mathematics? It's kind of this self-contained question. Mathematics is based on theme, literally, and then but it presents a new logic. What is the theme of mathematics? And it's proof. Last time we asked, what is the relevance of numbers to mathematics, right? Numbers derive from, I want to say derive from mathematics, but and you can make effectively, well, truly infinitely many logically consistent statements that, again, not only are true, but are vague enough to not even have truth or falseness to them. And so all we're doing at this point in this derivation is trying to find this unique syllability. It will show the direct iteration of the letters of sensorality and what words it pairs up to. But what we could have asked the question, what is the theme of physics? But again, we can just state a theorem. Mathematics is the theme of physics. And then you might say, I don't think so, or I don't think so. Again, it's not the point. It's just logically consistent statement. Physicality is thematic. And that's another way to say behavior is predictable. Which is, and I just have even a little QED to the 4th 20th power in my notebook. Because, right, behavior is predictable. When someone's happy, most people do the same thing. When people are sad, they typically do the same thing. When they're wanting money, they typically do the same thing. When they're trying to go to the grocery store, they do the same thing. Behavior is predictable. Physicality is thematic, right? Themes are predictable. Is thematicality systemic? Sensorality is stemicality. And so, again, like the base, right now, here's again kind of like a direct consistency of language. The base of system is stem. The stem of system is stem. And so, what is a stem, right? Stems, I don't like stems in my weed, seeds and stems. Sensorality is stemality. A stem is a base. Stemming differentiates, right? If you have, when I think of the word stem, I immediately think of a plant. You have branches, you have twigs, you have logs, you have stems. So it's kind of like a little branch. But when you say something is stemming from something else, B stems from A, it's differentiating. Stemming is differentiation. Sensorality is stemming. A stem is a core. Stemming is branching. Stemming, strumming. Sensorality strums. Strumming hits. Strumming, drumming. So that was another bit of intuition I didn't even write down, but I had, is like, can we, is what you say when you don't know what, it's the most fundamental theorem of logic. When you don't know something to say, you say both like naturally, as in you literally can't think of a word, and when you're trying to think of a word and you're like filling the rhythm of your conversation. That's why you kind of say to like keep the conversation going when you're thinking. And so can we show some sort of, again, direct iteration of that, either or just the U, where it goes to a different, either A, E, I, or O or something, but just connect the logic to the linguistics. And when I say linguistics, 99% of the time I mean the letters. But can we show, see, I just did it. Can we show that the uniquely or does something to another vowel? Both when you say logically, I don't know what to say, and then linguistically, that is preserved within the letters. So that was my big intuition for today. Mass produces waves, right? If you throw a discrete rock into a pond, it's going to cause ripples in the water, and that kind of effect you get when you see a wave. It's just, again, particles bumping up, discrete objects bumping up to one another. Infatuation is obsession. Infatuation, inflation. What is the theme of a story? What is the theme of a good story? What is the relationship of plot and theme, of subject and topic? Right? A subject is a theme. And so, continuing on, looking for the stabilizing syllability for sensorality, my constitutional and humanitarian rights continue to be violated. It is continuing to cause me profound and extensive stress. I continue to experience new states of stimulus, we'll put it that way, with my current living environment, and I cannot speak openly. So thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one.